Good morning and welcome back to Workshop My Life. It has again been a fascinating couple of weeks, and I just felt inspired to this time talk about self-love and the hard truths that I've learned about self-love. It's really cute on the internet for, especially women to come out with their self-love posts at the spa or manis pedis or vacation or dining out, buying luxury items, which is all great. Like if you can afford to do it, even if you can't, even if it brings you happiness, do it. Absolutely, please do it. But that is just surface level. It goes so much deeper than that. I'm currently going through like an excavation process where I've done a lot of stuff that I've worked on things that I could see, that I could identify, that I knew I had to work through. And now it's just letting things creep to the surface. Or conversely, revisiting things that I've already not solved, but worked through and seeing how I can go deeper. There's always another level deeper, because if you're not where you want to be, or I guess I should say, like, if you're not dead, right? If you're not dead, then you still have more to do. And I definitely, with an open heart, heeded the call and was like, all right, let's get to the bottom of everything. Let's keep digging and see just how much there's left to uncover before I get to my next level. And what I've learned most about self-love, I didn't even realize I needed to go on a self-love journey, because like I'm good, right? I've always been good. I haven't had any kind of body dysmorphia, any kind of psychological issues with my physical self. As a kid, of course, you go through things with your parents, with your siblings, with your cousins, greater family. There's school, friends, like there's always some kind of built-in just learning and growing and carrying those experiences with you as you get older. So I definitely did my part in working through those issues. But turns out that there are things that I have been blaming on other people for years, that in my self-love journey, I realized the closure is going to have to come from within. Like I'm going to have to do the work. And that's something that I came to terms with a couple of years ago, that like, you're not going to get apologies. Like you're not granted apologies. It's not a given. And you shouldn't need that for closure. That's something that's an aside that's always bothered me about like the whole like ghosting culture. Like, yeah, you went out with somebody and they just weren't that into you, and it would have been nice if they had told you, I'm not that into you for this or that reason. And the moral of the story is that's the closure. Them disappearing is the closure. Like as clear as day, it's time to move on. So yes, back to the subject at hand. I realized that I had been carrying stuff from relatives. I feel almost like it would be petty to say that the way that people have treated me is because of their own insecurities. It is. It always is. It's something that they carry that they likely don't even realize that they're vomiting back out into the world. But I don't want any apologies. I don't need any apologies. I am okay with lies. I did get closure. It's not that I'm okay with not getting closure. I did get closure. I did it through a different way. It's kind of weird for me to say, but I'll say it. I asked my ancestors why. Like, why is this something that's bothering me so much? Why has this person treated me like this in the past? And I got an answer. I mean, they always give me answers, but I got like an immediate answer. They were like, it's passed down. And they were remorseful for that and said that, it's just a behavior, a learned behavior. It's just something, I don't know if it's a defense mechanism. Just, that whole pulling others down to make yourself feel better, to bring yourself up. And with that, I got a tremendous amount of closure. But if this is, if you haven't built a relationship with your folks, or if that makes you uncomfortable, that's not something I would recommend for everyone. I understand it's not for everyone yet. If whatever person who has hurt you, if you know that like they're a narcissist and they will never admit to it, don't go looking for closure. You're only going to drive yourself insane. Don't do it. If this person, like similarly, is just toxic, you close that door, still holding on to that hurt, don't reopen the door to let them back in, just for them to keep infecting your energy with their garbage. Again, these are all scenarios that have applied to me. And yeah, I've just learned to either reach up for help or should I say answers, or look forward. Just look ahead. Look at what you want in your life. Like, what do you want your future to look like? And that's a huge part of self-love. It's self-accountability. Like, it is on me to build the life of my dreams, the future that I want. And this is what I want. Ask for guidance or just follow the signs to where it leads you. If that's really what you want, the signs will lead you there. So it's just leaving the hopelessness, the helplessness, the trauma. You'll never forget it, but don't let it hold you back. So that's something that like, I feel like within certain communities, it's talked about a lot. That's huge. Like, buying luxury items can make you happy only for so long until that memory creeps back in of somebody in the third grade who called you big head or big teeth, or being abandoned by your father. Like, there's only so much that material things can do to lift your spirits. Like, you have to do that on your own. Let's see. Oh, another part of that self-love, it's not only like looking back to release dense energy, things that have been holding you back, things that are holding you down. It's again looking ahead and doing what you're called to. So in a lot of ways, doing what you're called to is directly affected to facing your fears. I will be completely transparent. This video was supposed to be a live. Why? Because social media makes me uncomfortable. I don't like all of the facades. It's just hasn't been my space for quite some time. So I said, today we're going to do a live and get myself out of that comfort zone. But YouTube wouldn't let me. So this video, I'm just doing one shot. It's going right up Sunday morning. What is it, May 7th? Yes. So we're going to call this quasi-live, right? And it's not that I think that YouTube is my future, or it's just me getting out of my comfort zone, doing things that will help me spiritually evolve, help me get my mind and body out of the way of my spirit. I made a pact with myself that we are going to continue to be spirit forward, lead with spirit, and do what we're called to, because it's not about me. Like everything that I see ahead of me in my future is just not about me. I have vowed a life of service, and this is my first step in selflessness, getting out of my own way. So yeah, with every step, every little thing that I've done that has been difficult, that I could have easily just resisted, that little voice, the ego, that's always just like, yeah, you don't need to do that. Oh, that can wait until tomorrow. Oh, that can wait until next week. It's not a big deal if you don't do it today. Yes, it is. It's always a big deal because it snowballs. You can always justify not doing something. Once you nip that in the bud, resistance understands that it just doesn't have that hold on you anymore. And little by little, it retreats. It'll always be there. Fear will always be there. Resistance will always be there. But every time you conquer it, you level up. Like a video game, you level up. So my last workshop, my life, was quite long. I want to keep this one a little bit shorter. But yes, that is my take on the hard truths about self-love. More than that, there's, of course, the whole body image part of the discussion. I think that's going to be its own thing in itself, because there's a lot to address in that conversation. But yeah, that little thing that's poking you to do, the starting the business, the going live on the internet, the taking that big move by yourself, leaving that job, it's all pushing you towards where you need to go. And once you release the burden of like the poking, honestly, once you release that continuous call to keep doing the thing, it releases you from the stress, the push and pull, the anxiety, the knowing you need to do something, but not being able to do it yet and making excuses. Once you release those excuses, that's it. Like, you're ready to take it to the next level. So yeah, those are my quick notes on the self-love journey. Of course, there's so much more to come. But Thank you for watching on this sunny Sunday. My name is KP. Bye.